This has sort of been a life-altering situation for me, my children, my entire family. They were set up in our family as I worked full-time in the hospital, and my husband was a stay-at-home dad, and he developed an abscessed tooth, and he had to go in for a root canal in 2013. But pretty soon after the lidocaine wore off, he was in a tremendous amount of pain on his right lower jaw. And I remember thinking it was sort of unusual. And then the pain spread to his upper jaw as well. And by this time, we had been in pretty much agony for about a week. So I decided just to drive him to the emergency room. By the time we got to the emergency room, he was literally writhing in pain in the stretcher. And they'd given him 2 IV doses of Dilaudid, and it still wasn't hitting it. And they gave him the diagnosis of trigeminal neuralgia. It's also called the suicide disease because 50% of patients will kill themselves within 2 years because the pain is so severe. We got into sort of a cycle where he was basically debilitated in bed. So we had to hire somebody to help us take care of the children. And we kind of got into a new normal. You never knew when he was going to have a pain spike and just literally be unable to do anything else other than scream. We lived like this for approaching 2 years, and my oldest son is very active in soccer, and he was invited to Barcelona, Spain to play. And my husband wanted the chance to see his oldest son play in Spain. On his first day in Barcelona, we were able to get him into a store where they had cannabis, and he vaporized it, and he was out of pain for the first time in 2 years. Complete pain relief. You know, coming home as a healthcare giver, it was almost frightening because I knew what we were coming back into. It's sort of like knowing you're having to stick your hand back into the blender. It's really sad to know that there's a substance out there that has literally never killed anybody. It is a plant that was on this God-created earth, and I think God gives us things such as this to be used. It clearly has medicinal value, but we are not allowed as caregivers or physicians to utilize it. It's scary for me to sit here and to talk about what sometimes is a controversial subject. Sometimes you have to step up and do the right thing, even if it's scary.